So we have multiple breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 25th, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, to give this video a big thumbs up. Once again, thank you so much for your support. So we're going to start with this one here. Florida airport shut down over active device threat. Now this happened in St. Petersburg. Clearwater International Airport, located about 20 miles from Tampa, has been closed following an active device warning, grounding all departure and incoming flights. And I used to live there too. I used to live in Clearwater. I was not too far from there, guys. I just got home and I was doing my second job, Uber Eats. And so, yeah, I was not too far from that region. And please pray for the people out there. Again, another device situation. We're going to get to that news. We have more breaking news coming out, and it says here, US issues security alert for Los Cabos and La Paz after violence erupts. Once again, the US Embassy in Mexico issued a security alert. Look at this. After shootout events broke out in Cabo San Lucas, buses were torched in La Paz and Los Cabos, and the gang's threat surfaced. Wow. Locals and tourists are being warned to avoid crowds, monitor the news, and brace for a heavy security presence across Baja California. Alright, so that's not looking good there. Also, guys, there's been some quake going on in Texas, and it's still happening. Texas has been rocked by earthquake swarm in less than 5 hours. Alright, so again, we have seen some quakes happening. There was one in Ecuador. It was, I think, 6.2. There was a building that domino just down. So once again, we are sending prayer to the people out there in South America and Ecuador. Once again, they do sit in the Pacific Ring of Fire. So we're going to see what's going on in this news here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. And once again, make sure you give this video a like. Let's see what's going on here. Tampa Bay, Clearwater, not looking good. Authorities are investigating the situation with a medium probability 30 to 60% of the closure could extend. Passengers are being advised to avoid the area and monitor for updates. Man. No additional details on the nature of the warning have been released. Ground stop orders are now impacting wider travel routes across the region as the investigation unfolds. This is the reason why, like I said, it's very important to close the Southern. And again, we thank the Commander-in-Chief for doing that. I mean, it just goes to tell you that 2001, we could see a repeat of that. So once again, this happened in St. Petersburg. Clearwater International Airport was closed for several hours Friday afternoon while law enforcement officials investigated a device threat, according to Pinellas County Sheriff Bob. At around 4:30 p.m. Friday, you have the Allegiant Air Flight 2006 was on the runway preparing to depart for Cincinnati when a flight attendant found an explicit device threat written on a lavatory door. What? Really? So they found a explicit BOMB threat written on a lavatory door. the sheriff said during a briefing Friday evening. Now, the sheriff declined to elaborate on the threat, but said it targeted all Allegiant planes at the airport. So, that is brutal. About 170 passengers were on the bird, and no injuries were reported. It's an active and ongoing investigation right now. I'm comfortable in saying that there is no immediate warning to anybody that was on any of those planes or here at the airport. Pinellas County Sheriff Office. You have the sniffing dogs out there, the canines, with help from local agency, cleared all planes. Once again, there was no cuff have been made, but we do have people that their actions were suspicious. And we are looking into it, the sheriff added. He said that he expected to turn the airport back over to airport officials shortly. The arrivals and departure have been delayed, so they're still telling people to check the status of your flight. Right now it's 10:30 p.m. and they're still being told to just to be aware. All right, so give me a second here. We're gonna go with Texas. Texas is being rocked right now, guys. Whoops. Give me a second here. There's too many advertisements. I try to be very careful not to get hit here with the copyright. Texas rocked by earthquake swarm in less than 5 hours. Man. So Texas has experienced a surge in seismic activity over the past few hours, with a swarm of earthquakes shaking the western part of the state. Now it says here, the latest tremor, a magnitude 3.3, hit at 8:43 a.m. Eastern Time east of West Odessa near the New Mexico border. The United States Geological Survey detected another 3.1 magnitude around 4 a.m. Eastern Time in the same area, which followed a swarm of smaller quakes less than 2.5 magnitude. We are definitely seeing some strong earthquake this year. I mean, again, we definitely seen it. There was one in Ecuador, and that was really powerful. From what I heard, there was a tall building. Well, you guys know the rest of the story. Seismic activity above 2.5 in magnitude can often be felt and cause minor damage. However, no damages or injuries have been reported following the Friday earthquakes. While West Texas has several fault lines, the earthquakes were likely caused by induced seismicity, earthquake triggered by human activities. Earthquake triggered by human activity, particularly oil and gas operation. That is the second time I hear something like that today. There was one in scientists triggered Yellowstone earthquake. That was, I think, in the Washington Post. So, and now you got Texas here, earthquake triggered by human activity, particularly oil and gas operation. All right, so we are definitely seeing some news here. Two news. Earthquake in Yellowstone was caused by human, just to test all that updates when it comes to the magma and stuff. I don't know how they do those testings, to be honest, but again, Yellowstone's a whole different ballgame. You should not be testing nothing in Yellowstone. Absolutely nothing. And we did talked about Yellowstone. There was I think it was a 3.3 magnitude earthquake a couple of days ago. And then the New Madrid also got hit the same day as Yellowstone. Now we are seeing Texas getting hit. Those operations cause earthquake mainly through wastewater injection, which increases underground pressure and lubricates fault, making them more likely to slip. Texas contributes 42% of the nation's crude oil, making it the largest producer in the U.S. Once again, this is still a developing news. Florida, Texas, Mexico. Definitely seen some stuff today. Give me 1 second here. If you live out there in Baja California, please be safe out there. They're saying that's where the gangs are at too. That's where the gangs are at. Let me take it back on Twitter, see if we can find any more updates. All right, so not JFK. RFK, he just put out an urgent information here. RFK is reportedly preparing his next target. Whoa. Following the artificial dye ban that happened, with the next target being pharmaceutical additives, potentially in his sights, signaling that he is gearing up to launch his opening salvo against the big companies. All right, give me 1 second here, guys. I want to bring this one up too. All right, so we do have some more breaking news when it comes to India and Pakistan. Now, this is serious stuff here, guys. These are two countries that have nukes. All right, so just imagine these two going at it really bad, and then someone drops the big one. Nuclear neighbors on edge. After 26 gone in Kashmir, excuse me. I'm thinking about using that title, Nuclear Neighbors on Edge / Texas / Florida, all different news in one video. India and Pakistan are once again teetering towards catastrophe after 26 civilians were out in disputed Kashmir, with both sides reaching for diplomatic sledgehammers instead of dialogue. Now, once again, Pakistan defense minister said, we do not want this biblical war to flare up, because flaring up of this biblical war can cause disaster for this region. India's response to this event: shutting border crossing, suspending a critical water treaty, and accusing Pakistani nationals, while Pakistan hints at a possible false. I mentioned this. Give me a second here, guys. I mentioned this early today. Give me a second. All right, for some reason. Okay, give me a second. For some reason, my computer froze. Okay, here we go. So earlier today, I mentioned this false event. I mentioned that there's a possibility there's a middleman. Someone is trying to get these two to go at it and to launch possibly a nuke. I mean, again, there's always a middleman. So, and I did mention that there's no point of going at it. Yes, 26 has passed, and my condolences and prayers to the families and friends that lost a loved one. But again, this is not the way to go at it in WWE3 and dropping nukes. There has to be an investigation. Who's responsible for all this? And India should not be turning off the water. They shouldn't be doing that. Innocents need water. All right, so once again, it says here, operation and demands international investigator. Absolutely. The world's most dangerous neighbor are now locking each other's diplomats out while Washington carefully avoids pointing fingers at either nuclear armed powder keg. Alright, so once again, this is where we are right now, guys. So we definitely seen some news happening taking place tonight. And I do have another video coming up. It's going to be a late night video. So if you guys want to tune in, again, I would leave all the video link in the comments box. But again, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. This is your first time, hit that notification bell. And once again, I want to thank every single one of you for your love and support. Okay, so far, guys, this is all of it. This is all of it right here. Alright. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I got another video coming up tonight. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.